Okay, seventh graders. So here is your syllabus, and I'll just kind of walk you through it here. If you need anything this year, feel free to call me at school or email me. If you are distance learning, then I would still appreciate you reading through the syllabus in case you do end up in person, and there is some information in here that will be helpful for you to know. So, starting with number one, classroom rules. It's kind of like what you would be used to in the classroom, being respectful, appropriate, responsible, being on time, completing your work, all of that good stuff. So, number two, entering the classroom. If you're in the school and you're entering my classroom, I just ask that you are at an appropriate noise level, um, materials to bring. You'll want to bring paper or some kind of a notebook. And if we are writing things down, I probably will just have you take a picture of it and then post it somehow. So you'll need a writing utensil. Also, if you have a planner, bring that as well, and an English folder to keep yourself organized. You will always need an SSR book, and we will talk about that more as we get started and get you hooked up with a book of something you could read in class, either on a device or in an actual book. So we'll talk more about that later. Of course, you're going to need your Chromebook this year, you'll have, and it needs to be charged all the time. So make that a priority. Please don't bring food into the classroom unless it's approved. Water is fine as long as it has a kind of a lid so it won't spill. If you need to leave class, it's going to be very, very important that we have you sign out and then sign back in, and only one person at a time. Clean up your area before you leave the classroom, of course, and if we have some kind of an assembly or fire drill or whatever, just make sure that you are waiting for me to signal you, and then I will lead you out or tell you what to do. Our tardy policy is pretty much the same as last year, so just make sure that you are not late and you come in before the final bell rings. And here is our policy for you to review. Absences, as always, let the office know ahead of time. You're responsible for completing work that you miss. If you're sick, of course, you have a couple of days, extra days to get that done. Devices such as cell phones are not allowed in the classroom, at least not to have out in front of you or anything like that, unless you have been approved to read on it for your SSR or something like that. So, with teacher permission, it would be okay, but for the most part, no cell phones. If you bring your cell phone and you're not approved to have it there, you'll need to put it on my desk or give it to me. If it happens again, then we'll end up calling parents. Please stay away from my teaching desk area and my phone. Let me know if you need something. Sometimes I'll give you permission to go grab something or answer the phone, but just ask first. I need to keep that area efficient so I can keep the classroom running smoothly. Classroom discussions, please just listen quietly while I'm giving directions. Raise your hand. I just ask that to make things easier so that I can hear what you have to say. Having people talk all at once, it just makes it very hard to have a discussion. Um, yeah, and then staying seated during discussions is helpful. If you need to get up to sharpen a pencil or ask to do something, please try to do that in between if possible, unless it's emergency or something like that. And then as far as homework goes, I try to give you as much time in class as possible, so most things should be able to get done during our class time. Um, Sometimes you may have a little bit to do at home, but if you use your time well, then you probably won't have a lot of homework. I look forward to a great year with you. So just let me know if you have any questions. And thanks for reading the syllabus and following it throughout the school year.